What happens when you shove 5 comedians into a house with a ball on the end of a string? A haunted doll's house, a task involving olives and grapes, and a tea towel engineered for psychological trickery. Absolute chaos, tons of laughter, moments of weird brilliance, and a prize so coveted that everyone ends up taking it home, whether they want it or not. Strap in, because Taskmaster Season 20 Episode 4 is a turbo-charged ride through petty competitions, dysfunctional teamwork, and shock twists that really mess with your head. The episode kicks off with Greg Davies, looking like he's about to dish out therapy for everybody's clearly unhinged home lives. Greg teases that people join the show thanks to unhappy homes and wild competitive streaks, so we know it'll get personal, including a claim that he was, let's say, an unconventional drama teacher. That opening sets the tone, promising jokes that edge into personal territory, and contestants ready to overshare every awkward detail. Starting with the prize task, the comedians are told to bring in the most gorgeous gift they could imagine giving or receiving. And, as usual, the entries get weirder by the minute. Reese presents a haunted doll's house transformed with hand-painted pumpkins, broken glass, satin curtains, and actual lights installed, all done over TWO weeks, waking up early and working non-stop. Greg is impressed but slightly horrified, joking about solitary men painting haunted houses as a sign of questionable mental health. Phil brings a selfie with the mayor of Preston and a plate from a local football club, showing off his hometown pride. Anya writes a massive book packed with pure gossip, hundreds of pages of the worst things she's ever heard, and she admits to not even knowing what the Magna Carta is. Greg looks at her gemstone-studded cover and calls it gorgeous. But the inside is so spiteful it loses her a point. The next gift is a ball attached to a string, invoking flashbacks of Greg's days as a drama teacher, where apparently students spent lessons swinging balls and ducking under ropes instead of learning anything at all. The last contestant, Sanjeev, submits a tea towel. But here's the genius. Greg gets tricked into reading the tea towel's message, which forces him to declare it the most gorgeous gift ever. The accidental self burn earns Sanjeev 3 points, but Greg's defense: nobody made you do anything, you just said it out loud. After Greg doles out points, including some well-deserved snark, we roll straight into the first big proper task: guess Alex's secret number. Each contestant has 20 yes-no questions, but they have to be increasingly surprised by the answers. The catch? Absolutely nobody knows what's going on. Reese and Maisie leap in, totally over the top, super surprised way too soon, screaming and groaning so much that by the end their reactions barely change. Phil gets hopelessly lost with his strategy, somehow referencing the 64,000 question from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, forgetting what decade he's in, and his final answer is embarrassingly not even close. Meanwhile, Anya and Sanjeev approach with military precision. But there's a twist. A real phone call comes in, Alex's wife, Mum, giving away a key clue about the number, his birthday. Sanjeev threatens to smash the wall with a mallet if he doesn't get an answer, and the tension is so thick it's almost uncomfortable. Anya just whizzes through, nailing the number in record time, proving that luck and forensic questioning beat chaotic guessing every time. The points get handed out based on speed and accuracy, pulling Anya to the top. Cue the next team task, and this one has feels and drama. Each comedian must create half a love heart using their own body, their teammates' bodies, and any item they can grab. They only get one 10-second voice memo to communicate the design to their partner. Anya and Reese, touted as mortal enemies, are forced to work together, producing an affecting tribute to Mom, complete with pulsing pink fabric and umbrella details. Chaos ensues when Reese finds a bug on him, unleashing a meltdown that's destined to become a viral clip. The other team, Maisie, Phil, and Sanjeev, attack the challenge with full brain power, trying to make a heart on the floor and adding black props to stay coordinated. Maisie orders complimentary messages to Greg for bonus points, but Phil messes up, arriving late and looking like a reverse stripper. Still, the panel is wowed by the heart's shape and teamwork. Greg awards Anya and Reese the big points for their poignant mum heart, making them unlikely champs of romance. Next up is arguably the weirdest, most hilarious part, the horse race. At a proper racetrack, contestants sit in stalls, controlling imaginary horses named things like George Clooney and Red Rum, all wearing masks that look straight out of The Shining. The catch, progress is determined by eating olives and grapes, spinning wheels, and throwing darts. Olives make your horse sprint forward. Grapes drag them back. Things get gross fast, with every olive and grape sending horses in wild directions, contestants retching, and Phil discovering he dislikes olives more than paperwork. Maisie gamely downs olives for her horse, Red Rum, while Sanjeev gets lucky and finishes just 6 seconds faster, winning a ridiculous sprint where the horses and contestants behave in ways they didn't even understand. The post-race chaos includes hugs, confusion over salty grapes, and the recurring theme that nobody ever thought they'd concentrate on the feel of an olive on national TV. For the grand finale, contestants face the big form. Each must fill out answers under flaps corresponding to categories like the best kitchen appliance or a scary animal. Then try to bluff Greg, convincing him they've written something that they haven't, or vice versa. If Greg calls their bluff, they're out. Maisie goes down first, shockingly honest about loving kettles. Phil tries a double bluff about writing, vaguely referencing his something quite big. Reese's band name is only slightly off target, and Anya survives by cleverly swapping A40 for M40, keeping her place and running to the final showdown. With 2 joint winners, Anya and Sanjeev, we have a tiebreaker. G remove a shower cap by inflating a balloon the fastest. The results are frantic, messy, and hilarious. Anya emerges victorious, ending the show with wild celebration from young and old alike. So what's the takeaway from Taskmaster Season 20th, Episode 4? High drama, confusion, and creative genius in equal measure. There's fierce competition, flashes of accidental brilliance, and plenty of ridiculous antics, whether it's haunted houses, gossip books, edible horse races, or balloon, Based tea breakers. The episode's theme is clear. Sometimes teamwork brings out your best. Sometimes you just end up screaming at a bug and eating olives you hate. That's it for this full recap and ending breakdown of Taskmaster Season 20 Episode 4. So, which task did you think was the hardest or weirdest? Who's your frontrunner for the series? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you had fun, hit like, share this video with fellow Taskmaster fans, and make sure you subscribe for more hilarious recaps every week. See you in the next one.